Hello everybody and welcome back to Analog Vernacular. Today we're going to be playing some more Rogue Trader and we are going to explore the system and then head over to Darkonus. I might consider doing a larger jump. Let's see. We don't have a ton of that. Sure, let's do that. What is this? A surviving piece of an archaeotech mechanism of unknown purpose discovered among the wreckage of an ancient Imperial vessel on one of the planets in Silence of Mers Segret. Surviving piece. I wonder if we can find all of the pieces of this. That's interesting. New rumor, unknown mechanism. I hate that it doesn't go directly to the one that you clicked that was on the screen. That's kind of a miss. An intricate component was discovered among the meager pickings that remained, and servants of the machine cult identified it as a piece of archaeotech mechanism. Its purpose is unknown, a remarkable find. Indeed. Okay, cool. I also need to check my inventory. After we did that shopping, we got a whole bunch of new items that we did not analyze. So I need to look through those. There might have been some good stuff in there. How are we doing on Promethium? Pretty good still. I think I'm gonna keep my Extractum for now. We're a little bit low on plasteel, but alright, we don't have extractums right now, but we have a good spread of resources at the moment. Speaking of, let's check here. We need more people. That's something we definitely need. Seems like all of our current contracts require a lot of people. An incredible find has been made on Foulstone, Lord Captain. A lost volume of St. Cephas's lost diary has been found during the restoration of his crypt. According to his records, the members of the Order of the Hammer were able to find the crypto ark containing a relic of St. Cognatius, the Crucible. Cephas's writings on it are vague. It is called the Sculptor and Transformer, granting life and grace. The Explorators have sent a delegation claiming the treasure. The heated dispute has been going on for many days. Okay? Tell me more? The tech priests claim that the privileges of the Adeptus Mechanicus oblige the Order of the Hammer to hand any sacred archaeotech over to them. Allegedly, the Crucible should be considered not as the personal belonging of the saint, but rather as a temporary possession entrusted into his care. The Order of the Hammer rejects this thesis, insisting that the right to care for these sacred objects belongs to the Ecclesiarchy's cults, and since Cognatius was canonized, then the Crucible should be regarded as a blessed relic, not archaeotech. Okay, how fierce. Quite. The discussions have been happening now for more than 8 cycles without interruption. Both sides have provided more than 100 legal experts and have put forward around 4,000 theses, arguments, and testimonies. The Special Administrative Stratum Commission, comprised of 200 armed clerks, has arrived to pass a verdict and enforce the law. This is probably the largest religious dispute in Expanse's history. Pastor Tychon is advocating for the doctrine of co-protection, and the Explorator's intransigence grows ever weaker. Perhaps they will agree on a compromise. Companions, it is likely that the research contained in the ancient treatises and archival repositories of the Adeptus Mechanicus will provide factual information on similar precedent. I can spare some of my computing power to find such a case and provide my brothers and sisters with the information that is necessary to win this dispute. I believe that the chronicles of the Millennian Conclave describe mystical miracles witnessed by zealots while praying at an ancient banner of St. Capius. Should the Crucible perform a similar miracle, then no doubts will remain that it is indeed a holy relic, and not the property of the Adeptus Mechanicus. I mean, that's a clever way of doing it. Like, hey, if this is a holy relic, perform a miracle, bitch. And then when they inevitably can't, it goes to the Adeptus Mechanicus. Shireen, do you know the best motivation to make your enemies ripe for the compromise? The danger of losing any sort of benefit. It is within your power to take the Crucible for yourself using the privilege of your warrant, if you so desire. Why do you not imply such a possibility to the parties involved? Okay. Let's look at the rewards. A Tech Litany Collection. I have no idea what that means. Collection of Tech Litanies is a token of gratitude. All void ship weapons, except torpedoes, gain 3% critical hit chance and 3% to critical damage. Okay. St. Cognatius' Scriptures. Lore Imperium. Gains plus armor. And deals critical damage based off of Imperium lore. Okay. The Hammer and the Cog. Medikits always heal more wounds by helming the monks and the tech priests. Okay. I want this reward, but this is the option I want to take. Oh, she's got like no chance. 10%. Cool. Then we'll do this. It's the one that I like more anyway. For like RP. Cassius brought up an interesting idea. Let a convincing miracle happen that would prove that Crucible is a true relic. And we succeeded. Now I feel uneasy at the thought that I have become the mastermind of this deceit. After some time, the Crucible revealed a visual miracle to the enthusiastic spectators, presenting to those gathered for the debate sacred images of martyrs blessing the ancient artifact. And even though some witnesses claimed to have caught a glimpse of some strange people operating the lens machines, most of those present have admitted the fact of this miracle and the status of the Crucible as a relic. Okay, so they just faked it. The Explorators have made peace with their loss and asked permission to conduct several of their own rituals with the Crucible. When the tech liturgies had been completed, the tech priest departed Foulstone. Research into the Crucible has identified it as a device for surface terraforming. Interesting. Fueled by the geothermal energy of the planet, it could turn a wasteland into a blooming garden. However, a way to launch it has yet to be found. Okay, profit factor. And we'll have to see if that works on Heinrichs, Accuser of Sin. You're hardly using your pistol. Okay, your Imperium honestly should be better than 30. But I think you have a 75. You have a 35. So you're definitely our highest Imperium. Yeah, this gives you more lore Imperium than the Imperial Scroll does. Is there anybody who has open slots? Okay, you could take this. Where did it go? Okay. Bonus to Medicae. Toughness bonus. Movement points after using a medkit. Okay. Once per turn when the wearer scores a critical hit with a pistol. Nope. I don't think anybody will want to use that. Lore Warp. But suffers damage. Don't think we need that on anybody. Okay. Now let's look at these armors. Ooh, 50% medium. Okay, you wear light. You wear light. This might be better for you. You're getting deflection off of that, which is kind of nice. You've got heavy armor. Okay, we'll give you that. I'm gonna give you that. I think, yep, you wear light. And then I guess you can take that. Okay. Whenever the wearer hits an opening with the charge, slash, or dance macabre abilities, they inflict bleeding. Those be any good for you? Right now you're getting agility and athletics. And honestly, that is giving you a bonus right now. But whenever the wearer chooses an ally as the target of their ability, the wearer immediately gains movement. The targeted ally gains plus wearer's fellowship bonus at the start of this ally's next turn. Yeah, okay. If the wearer's ranged attack hits an enemy, the wearer gains a plus 5% bonus to critical hit chance. For the next ranged attack against the same enemy, does not stack. Okay, this is heretical. That one's for an unsanctioned psyker. Oh, it can't be equipped by unsanctioned. Wait. No, you do have to be an unsanctioned psyker. Okay, so those gloves are for you, Adira. After triggering a psychic phenomena or perils of the warp, where psi rating is increased until the end of combat. No. If the wearer deals damage, their enemies suffer from 1 to 3 warp damage with armor. Hold on. If the wearer deals damage, their enemies suffer 1 to 3 warp damage with armor penetration of 10% for each cell the enemy has moved during the wearer's turn. The enemies, and if you're adherent, they suffer 1 to 6 warp damage instead. Okay, yeah, you can wear that. Let's see, do we have anything for you? Not really. Okay, Sanctioned Psyker, you're the only Sanctioned Psyker we have. Psi rating is increased by 1 against demons and for each rank of Dogmatic. Nah. Immunity to enemy critical hits for the first 3 rounds of combat. Okay. I think that's all of the gear. So I think we've looked at all of our equipables. Let's go back to sorting to newest, because I don't know what weapons we got when we picked up all of that stuff. Yeah, I think it starts here. So another melt-a-gun. Big old flamer. Yeah, the area of those big flamers are pretty damn good, not gonna lie. But I like this combo here because it allows me to get better stacks, more stacks. And this shove ability can help her out quite a bit. Fusion gun. This is Melta. So would I need Melta proficiency with her as well? Oh, she might actually just have it. With dodge reduction. Rate of fire is 1. Max ammo 3. It's a pistol. Pistol shot, but it's a two-handed pistol. Honestly, I'm gonna try that. Okay. There we go. We need more extractums now. This might have been the one where there was a fight that we avoided, and that's why it's still a question mark. During the warp voyage, the middle decks reported strange gatherings that were attracting dozens of officers. An investigation quickly bore fruit. One of the acolytes from the Augur decks has proclaimed himself a prophet and is rambling about purification by blessed fire. Only the perilous influence of the warp can explain the strange convictions and uncanny zeal of this person. Okay? Honestly, these aren't the greatest chances in the world. 64. Dispose of the newly emergent prophet and ban the cult. We succeeded. Oh, okay, good. Whew, man. The mysterious disappearance of the prophet and more frequent inspections of decks and living quarters quickly put an end to the growing popularity of the sect. After a few days, the people who visited the gatherings preferred to simply put the episode behind them. You're goddamn right. I must have just skipped going to this system. Weird. I must have been distracted or something. What is that? Space station? A strange and frightening discovery was made at one of the sites on this frozen world. Countless human bodies suspended in the clear ice of a glacier. The bodies showed no signs of injury. It was as if they dived into liquid water the moment before it turned to solid ice, freezing them in place with their eyes wide open and their hair fanning out behind them. Okay? Searches uncovered nothing that could explain this mystery. I wonder if, like, sometimes when we get these, if there's, like, hidden checks that, like, if we achieved them, would offer alternative options. Like, I wonder. We know that there are hidden checks on some dialogues, so I'm wondering if that happens on some of these worlds. Or if it's just meant to be little flavors. Okay, let's save before we go to whatever this thing is. Explorator Void Station. When the rogue trader ship approaches the Adeptus Mechanicus Void Station, it is met with the hostile scrutiny of the station's defense lasers. An Explorator Lex mechanic who introduces himself as Service Unit 42 dispassionately inquires how the station could be of use to the rogue trader. Okay, trade. Upon consulting data from the station's main cogitator, Lex Mechanic Service Unit 42 confirms that the station requires rare transuranium elements or natural gas for research of an undisclosed nature. For its part, the station cannot offer the rogue trader anything in exchange at the moment, but the Adeptus Mechanicus representative on Footfall will certainly repay him for his aid. Interesting, okay. I'm wondering if this is going to be, like, they're gonna give us faction reputation as a way to do that. Okay, let's give it to the Adeptus Mechanicus. The station thanks the rogue trader for his cooperation and remunerates him with gold and securities. Okay, profit factor and fuel. Now what causes these? Cargo torpedoes. Huh, interesting. Okay. A special missile that has been blessed in full accordance with machine cult liturgy and expresses his hope. What exactly am I trading? So that is that in my cargo? Is there a way for me to look at my cargo from here? Right there. So something in one of these is probably that item that they're trading for. Okay. Interesting. I forgot to look at these. Okay, it looks like we're kind of stuck on Foulstone for the time being. Okay, so I can't do that one because I did that. Good tidings means that I can't do that. If they're blocked completely, they should just take them off the list. I would prefer that if I'm being honest. Drusus's footsteps. There's nothing on the list that we can even do. Interesting. I wonder if there's a more efficient pathway that gets more of these done, because like we still have all of these projects. Or maybe later in the game we'll have access to further tiers, but right now it looks like Foulstone's completely blocked. Okay. Janus, where are you at? So let's see. If they're red, that means that they're still achievable. If they're black, they're blocked. Is that true? That looks to be the case. Yeah, because we got Science of Virtue. Giants. Okay. I wonder if that's on some other planet or something, because it's not on this list. Explorator reputation. We could maybe get that one up to 1300. I wish it would tell me where it was currently at, so I know if I knew it was close. You know what I mean? All allies deal 5% more damage to Xenos. Okay. Casbolica 35. I don't think there's any way for me to see... No, wait. Yeah, we can check reputation here, that's right. Completely forgot about that. So we're at 22,000 with the Caspalica right now. And what was the requirement? $35? $36, basically. Let's see what we can do about that. We'll save. Just in case I get sloppy with it. So 36 is what we'd be looking at. With tradables, we only can get an extra 3,000. So not even close. Okay. Man. Why can't I access a trade menu at the same place that I can access fucking projects? Oh, I can. It just doesn't... Y doesn't work on the bridge for some reason, the shortcut for it. That's weird. But we can still access it. Which one was it? Colony management, right there. $1,300 with the Explorators is pretty achievable. But I kind of want this one. It just needs so much reputation. Okay, so if this is the one that I want, unfortunately I just have to wait until we get Caspalica up much, much higher. Doctrine of Rationality. Efficiency goes up +3. People. I do need people. Let's check these first, though. Efficiency and mechanisms. Frag grenades. Boots of Victory. Whenever the wearer performs a heroic act, they recover all their wounds and gain +2 AP this turn. Those are pretty nice, actually. Big bonus to Imperial Navy RP. Let's do that one. Kiava. Lord Captain, the Tech Priests have made a sinister discovery on Kiava Gamma. A blasphemous machine built at the behest of the wicked Cubist Delphim. This mechanism is capable of picking up the whispers of the warp. It seems to occasionally transmit a discordant binaric melody into nowhere, but no encrypted data or other threats have been detected. It seems to be a functional side effect of sorts. Okay, but it's blasphemous. Is it infected with chaos, or is it just built by Delphim and therefore viewed as blasphemous? Of course, the idea of using a machine instead of astropaths to contact the voices of the warp may seem tempting, but this machine is teeming with corruption. Its fuel tanks are satiated with the liquefied souls of your subjects. It has enough power for now, but someday it will have to be refilled. Oh god. How could Cubist construct such a powerful and monstrous machine? Well, defying the dictums of the Omnissiah, the heretic had entered into a dangerous field of experimentation with warp technology. It is dangerous knowledge, but the ancient and incredibly complex Vox core of the mechanism is much older than Delphim is. he had probably found it here and made use of it to fulfill his needs. The risks? Typical of contact with the Imperium, it intercepts information from the warp, which puts the minds and souls of the staff serving the machine in jeopardy. The warp is treacherous. What does the retinue think about this? On behalf of the Inquisition, I hereby declare a ban on any contact with this device. It must be removed and given to our acolytes. Normally that would be all, but I will explain further, out of respect for you. The Inquisition can reap benefits from this heretical machine. Our trained acolytes are able to carry a vigil near it, carefully listening to the dark whispers of the spirits of the Imperium, without succumbing to their corruption. We could discover their plans and warn the rogue trader whenever the threat would loom over his domain. That doesn't sound bad. The demons wanted us to hear their vile speeches. Let them hear our righteous cry. Vernacular, let me summon the most zealous preachers, who would dedicate their lives and zeal to reading a litany of fury and rage to this machine. Let the inhabitants of the warp hear us and fear us. This blasphemous creation has to be anathematized and deconstructed. In the name of total knowledge acquisition, the principles of its work must be inspected beforehand in great secrecy, requesting the right to investigate the heretical device before disposing of it. Otherworldly observer. Just straight up 7 awareness for everybody. Same thing there. This one has complacency go down though. Drusian. Yeah. Emperor's voice. 7 persuasion for everybody. Efficiency and security goes up. Empyrean transceiver. Whenever the wearer is targeted by an ally's abilities, the wearer gains allies fellowship bonus temporary wounds. I think it's gonna be Heinrich's. Take this horrible machine away. Thank you for your cooperation. The squad of the Inquisition's acolytes secretly requisitioned the desecrated machine. After a short while, some rather curious, anonymous warnings began to arrive on Darkonus, and each of them had undoubtedly been paid for with the blood and soul of a selfless defender of the Imperium. Thanks to the information overheard in the whispers of the warp, many heretical plots and blasphemous messages sent by the cult of the Final Dawn have been uncovered. The Protectorate has gained a new line of defense. Honestly, not bad. We'll have to check and see if that is a good replacement for Pascal. How come everybody didn't get that? Didn't it say everybody? Also, if it was like equipped party members, these two shouldn't have been in there. That's weird. Huh. Whatever happened, I don't like it. Okay. The one you've got might be better. The axe uses Brutal Strike for attacks of opportunity, and then the new one deals a +% more damage to Xenos. Okay. Weapons and efficiency. We do need more mechanisms. Servitors have no feelings, but they serve, attempting to pay the rogue trader back for his merciful guardianship. +20 to hull integrity. Yeah, and it gives us people too? For sure. A hospice for servitors will provide care for out-of-order automatons to the utter bewilderment of the Adeptus Mechanicus. Great. A holy delegation. Do we actually have to go to Foulstone for this? Interesting. Okay, something else to consider. Oh god. Maybe that'll open up new projects once we go there. Can't remember what planet Foulstone is on. I think all of our colonies have that icon next to them, so that should help. That's Janus. I think this one. Okay, and that way we can just go back and forth right there. I should maybe think about making smarter connections like that because they're so expensive to make, but... Reverend Hieronymus Doloroso has arrived on the planet for a brief visit. A great many itinerant pilgrims have come with him in hopes of finding a new home. Okay, more people. People, but lose some promethium, which we have quite a lot of right now. People times 4. I mean, if we don't have to lose resources, let's not lose resources. Welcome Reverend Hieronymus with lavish festivities. The colony's spiritual fervor has impressed many of the pilgrims, and they have decided to stay on the rogue trader's planet. Reverend Hieronymus departed for another world, taking the rest of the faithful with him in search of a planet that could become their home. Okay, did that open up anything new? Certainly did not, damn. Okay. Got a couple more people, though. The ship's enforcers notified officers about a strange insect-like creature appearing on the astropathic chamber deck. The entity was destroyed, but the incident was recalled a few days later when one of the astropaths lost his mind, shrieking about a splitting headache. The psyker perished shortly after, and the autopsy revealed the presence of countless bloated larvae consuming his gross. The corpse and the insects were safely disposed of. Sounds like a nightmare. Unidentified ruins. We'll get to Darkonus someday, I promise you all. But I'm gonna be thorough on my way there. You know I will.
Keep your wits about you.
The ruins are emitting faint psi energies. However, it does not pose a direct threat for now, but I advise that we do not linger here. The ruins vaguely resemble the architecture of the Imperium, and yet there is some subtle difference to the structures. Abelard. Your does not pose a direct threat, Van Calox, can be interpreted much too broadly for my personal comfort. Okay, demolition. There might be a roundabout path, so let's save our consumable resource for now. The remains of unknown structures are haphazardly strewn about the plateau.
Over there!
A cracked Xeno chest? The small chest made from a strange material has no keyhole or any other openings. The murky crystal on the lid is cracked but continues to glow inscrutably. Interesting.
I always keep
I wonder if
my
maybe we can talk to
options open.
Yurliet about that. Maybe she'll know more. Close this. Uncover the pattern. A single look at this strange pattern is enough to send your mind reeling.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
A single look at this strange... This human skeleton is curled up in an unnatural position. It is inside a void suit with a hole burned right through it. Oh good, so this shit's gonna be real dangerous. Good to know. Okay. Ow! Perhaps we should stop turning these things. Okay. It seems the pattern no longer works. Okay, so these are the patterns that we need to create then? I mean, that's that one, right? So now we need that one. Look in the jaws, because that's a good
Always
idea.
keep your eye on the prize.
An ancient force sword. Oh, and it kind of looked like the same chest that we've got. Does that mean I can put that chest in too? Maybe that's what the other pattern is for. This sword deals an additional psi rating and damage. Okay, probably don't have anybody that we can use that on. Did I... It did put it in. It put the other one in. Okay. You know, you guys are close by. You could help him, you know. Okay, maybe you have to do the same pattern for all of them.
Is there money to be made?
Okay, reset. Okay, that pattern doesn't work either. There's not a third pattern. Was there a pattern on the floor over here? I don't think so. Not seeing any patterns anywhere else. Okay, yeah, it took that chest that we picked up. Okay, this is where we got it from, but...
I always have a backup plan.
Maybe an awareness check we missed? Nothing over here, right? Alright, you know what? Let's F10 this. Blow this up in case there's one underneath this.
My faith shields me! Never doubt me.
There is not. I mean, I don't think there's any reason to make up my own pattern. There's got to be a hint somewhere. Did that pattern correctly, right? Starts there. I guess I could try going a different direction, but I don't think that'll matter. Okay.
I always keep my options open.
Curled up at an unnatural position inside a void suit with a hole burned right through it. Wait, can I pick up those goods? Oh, that's what I'm missing. I didn't realize there was something there. Okay, maybe this will give us the hint we needed. A furious male voice is coming from the old Vox. This is Captain Trevor Durhath calling the Bullion. Get your arses back to the surface and get me out of here, you shits. My guts may be fused to my suit, but I'm not dead yet, no matter how much you wish it were otherwise. A moment later, the raging tone gives way to strangled rasping. Hey, can any of you hear me? Respond, I'll pay double. Just don't leave me here, damn it. It's going so well. We even figured out how to open the first sphere thanks to the pattern on the floor. Yeah, well, who knew there'd be so much trouble with the second one? I didn't. They didn't either. Cowards. The moment that beam was directed back, I was already lying with my guts turned inside out. They were running off with my goods. Oh, Emperor, you whoreson. Why do you leave me like that? I'm scared. Oh, yes, yes. No, I don't want to die. Not alone. Aren't you supposed to watch over all your children? Quiet, quiet, you lot. Shut it already. I can't even hear myself. The recording is silent for a few moments. All you can hear is the sound of someone pounding the shell of a void suit with the recording device. I'm cold. I wonder if I'll die from lack of oxygen, or will my organs give out earlier? Damned God. The damned Imperium. In the end, you will all serve the true masters. The human speech gradually deteriorates into an indecipherable mixture of howling and clicking sounds. Okay, it did not give me what I was hoping it would give me. Okay. Well, we did both patterns. All right.
No! These ruby flushes
So
are
whenever one of these
choking me.
two hits this, we get hit by that. Okay. Well, that means it has to be the pattern going that direction, and we've already tried it. So we've tried both of these and they won't work. Well, I'm not going to sit here and agonize over this. Let's see. On our way out, we'll just do one more cursory look. Anything on the backside of this? look at, like, ground where things might have fallen down. Just anything. Alright, well, I'm not seeing it. Not seeing it. I'm sure somebody will tell me what I did wrong.
Let us not dawdle.
So one-handed, it actually is an upgrade. I think that's his new weapon. And he gets extra damage with his psi rating. And we're approaching level 30, so pretty soon here we're gonna have a psi rating of 3. Cool, okay. Yeah, that is a new weapon for him. I like it. This lone mountain chain is composed entirely of mineral with a shiny mirror-like surface. The mineral itself has no particular value for production, but its properties make this place incredibly beautiful. The sky is brilliant, reflected in the many surfaces of the plateaus, oddly shaped rocks, stone arches, and columns. The view is especially stunning on clear starry nights or when the aurora trails dance in the sky. The enraptured crew have asked the Lord Captain's permission to visit this remarkable place. Sure. Take your shore leave. The shore leave passed without incident, and the ship's officers talked about it for weeks afterwards. Lady Cassia spent a great deal of time in the Mirror Mountains. One cannot say whether it was in awe or contemplation. Upon her return to the ship, she spent several days in her quarters in front of her easel, but the canvas remained unmarked. That's nice. Okay. Let's do this. As soon as you draw close to the unknown ship, it points its loaded cannons directly at you. Several other ships emerge from the shadows of drifting asteroids, tightly encircling you. Captain Xantha Labouche offers a mocking greeting and a proposition. You can buy your way out of this, but the price must be to her sole satisfaction. The outrageous suggestion sends your crew into a fury. You are in a no-win scenario. You can enter an uneven fight and lose everything, or shamefully pay to save your skin, sacrificing only your pride. Okay, we can say that we don't have anything. That's honestly our best option. Lie that you have nothing to pay. Captain Labouche makes her displeasure quite apparent, but admits that killing penniless rogue traders isn't her style. The nameless ships retreat swiftly into the warp, leaving you alone. Damn right. Give me that 9 experience. Honestly, the battle probably was worth more, but as it said, we probably would have lost. It sounded like it was set up to be pretty brutal. The clan servicing the Void shield arrays petitioned the Lord Captain for aid. Compartments were becoming overrun with putrescent fungal corruption. The mycelium claimed one chamber after another. The thick black spores poisoned the rogue trader servants, causing their eyes to burst and their veins to swell until their skin ruptured. The clan was issued reinforced unirobes and gas masks so they could keep working while the soldiers burned away the infestation. Took a little bit of damage. Okay. Okay. We are back at Darkonus. And now we can start making our way this direction. So this is one of our goals for sure. But let's start by filling out some paperwork for Jay. Man, we're doing something that... We do not have a lot of mechanisms, do we? Lord Captain, there's been a tragedy on Darkonus. Governor Drivstum has been dedicating most of his time to restoring the astropathic choir lost to the warp storms. But the psychers he assembled were struck by an unknown assault. They heard something, and it has cast them into madness. The astropaths have lost sleep, clawed at their skin to the flesh, muttered gibberish, and now they have gone completely berserk. They had to be eliminated, and now only a few of the most resilient astropaths are holding the connection to Darkonus. But how long will they last? Okay. Where did the former astropaths come from, and can we get more of them? I have received complaints that Governor Drivstum has devastated the minor astropathic choirs of the Protectorate. He scaled them down by almost half through blatant abuse of his authority. To take more people from these choirs would mean depriving ourselves of the connections with other worlds. We could try to hire sanctioned psychers from other domains, but they will few as the road to the Imperium. They will be few, as the road to the Imperium is perilous. There's just a missing word there. Okay. We can try getting by with the resources that are already available to us. Seek out the unsanctioned astropaths who train those psi-active citizens of the Protectorate displaying promise, a most regrettable violation of his laws caused by our grave situation. Okay, what is the cause? Who knows? The schemes of heretics from the cult of the Final Dawn, the treacherous magic of the Xenos? Perhaps it was a planned diversion, or maybe it was a random echo in the Immaterium. Okay, advisors. The astropaths are among the many finely trained specialists in the Imperium, who beheld the light of the Emperor himself and gained a special bond with our master. I strongly advise the rogue trader to recruit only sanctioned psychers, who are capable of keeping their talents in check. If there are not enough, the Inquisition will assist you in locating and acquiring more. Your lordship, Lady Theodora, not only had enemies in the Expanse, but friends as well. Those whom she helped out, rescued, and saved. I think these people can offer a helping hand. Among them are several powerful planetary rulers who possess both astropaths and a deep respect for your family name. That sounds good. There are a lot of psychers on my home planet of Lyra, Lord Captain. Do you know why? There we are not despised, persecuted, or enslaved on the black ships. There we are sheltered from raids, educated and respected. Of course, it is all done in secrecy from outsiders, but I can suggest which ruler to contact. Perhaps the Von Valancius family name will be enough to make a deal and obtain a more educated group of astropaths rather than some criminal rabble. Okay. Witch Collector. Rogue Trader's party gain a plus to momentum when using any psyker or navigation powers. Okay, I like Abelards as well. Security and Disciple of the Damned. Demons, Chaos Creatures, Psychers, and Navigators deal minus 10% less damage to the Rogue Trader and their allies. Let's do that. Abelard, it is time to visit Theodore's old friends. It will be done. I wonder how many of them are still alive. A ship carrying 24 astropaths soon arrived on Darkonus. They have descended to the surface covered head to toe with protective amulets, as if going to war. The news of the tragedy that befell the previous choir quickly spread throughout the Expanse. Each of them conveyed words of amity from the rulers who had sent them, and each asked permission to visit the family crypt to pay tribute to Lady Theodora. The tragic pestilence of the astropaths has not appeared again, but all of them have reported hearing strange whispers ever since their first day on the planet. Okay. More people there. Complacency and provisions. Let's go here real quick. Okay. We had enough people for those. And it looks like it didn't subtract them from here. I'm struggling to... I think only if it has a -2 next to it does it mean that they're being taken away. Even though like a lot of them have the down red arrow sometimes in the bottom of those things. I think unless it specifically says -2, you're not going to lose them. You just need to have that many. Okay, but anyway. Where is our complacency at? 6? Did we lose 2 by doing that one? Efficiency would go up and provisions. We'll just take Genetic Mercy, I think.
I'd like to give a very special shout out to my patron supporters, Darren York, ZTD, Knife Namaste, Kyle the Monarch, Chris Murphy, JW, Quinless, Vlado101, Andy Ford, Bruce Wizzle, Black Mamba 90, Eureka Gecko, A Happy Fat Panda, Turkeyfoot 27, Pedo Kuto, Shadow Raven, Anna Kate the Great, The Blue Electric Cat, and Nadia N. If you would also like to join this tier or any others, check out my memberships or my Patreon in the description down below.